Dear friends, peace and joy in the season of Lent. Our journey continues with a few of the biblical personalities. In one of the Bible's most familiar stories, a hero and a villain take the stage. David the hero and Goliath the villain. Goliath is described in the book of Samuel in chapter 17 as a Philistine. The name Goliath means giant who is a destroyer. The Philistines were the biggest enemies of the kingdom of Israel. The Philistine army had gathered for war against Israel. The two armies faced each other, camped for battle on opposite sides of a steep valley. The Philistines had a mightiest warrior. His name was Goliath. He was reportedly over 9 feet tall and was unparalleled as a warrior. He donned a bunch of military equipment such as sword, spear, javelin, and bronze armor on his body. His legs were protected by bronze greaves, and he wore a bronze helmet on his head. Twice a day for 40 days, Goliath would challenge the Israelites, demanding a one-on-one battle. Saul, the king of Israel, and the whole army terrified of Goliath, and no man came forward to meet him. He mocked and challenged the Israelites and insulted the God of Israel. He also presented as an intimidating speaker who verbally assaulted the Israel. Before any actual fighting, Goliath said to David, "Come to me, and I will give your flesh to the birds of the air and to the wild animals of the field." David, the newly anointed, but still a boy, was deeply offended by giants' haughty mocking challenges. When he came forward, armed as an ordinary shepherd, Goliath, with a canine insult, said to him, "Am I a dog that you come to me with sticks?" Goliath trusted his own strength and his weapons made of bronze and iron. But David put his trust in God. He who was saved by God from lion and bear approached Goliath in courage. He picked a few stones, placed them in his shepherd's bag, a sling in hand and his stick, and he went to meet Goliath. He took out a stone and slung it, and it struck and sank into Goliath's forehead. He fell face down on the ground. David stood over him and grasped Goliath's sword and cut off his head. Do we face a Goliath in our lives? Is there a Goliath in my life? Goliath represents power, strength, knowledge, wealth, and influence. Envy, greed, fear, laziness, doubt, vice, pride, lust, selfishness, discouragement, all can be Goliaths in our lives. We have been placed upon earth not to fail or fall victim to temptation's trap, but rather to succeed. Goliath represents the many obstacles and pitfalls we encounter in life, whether they are spiritual or physical. While we may never encounter giants in the form as physical enemies, we do encounter symbolic giants that can confront us in the spiritual and physical realm. These Goliaths will try to win over us, but like David, we have God on our side and His grace. God will empower us to confront and conquer these enormous giants. The story of Goliath tells us that those who stand against God are ultimately powerless, no matter how strong and well protected they may seem. Yes, Goliath must be conquered in our lives.